Chapter 21 The Yellow-Haired Buff Really Works. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There was a loud noise in the sky. The Snow Emperor makes his debut. She is different from Hyoki. She looks like a human, a girl about 18 or 19 years old, her long white hair hangs down from the back of her head to her feet. The sky-blue eyes are ethereal and transparent. It's like I can see through everything in the world. Her slender body is flawless. Although she was wearing a long white dress without any decoration, it made her look so noble and stunning. I'm going to kill my dear mother. Why is the Snow Emperor here? Tianmeng Ice Silkworm turned around anxiously. There is only one of them left. This is a shame. Huo Yuhao knew that it was time to take action on his own. As soon as I came out of the igloo, the triggering sound rang. Bite. Choose to trigger. Tianmeng Iceworm trapped the Ice Emperor with his slough. Just when he was about to leave, the Snow Emperor rushed over. How will you make a choice? Option 1, turn around and run. When the Snow Emperor arrives, there is no chance to take away the Ice Emperor, so run away immediately. Completion reward, body strengthening. Option 2, persuade with good words. Use words to persuade the Snow Emperor to stop taking action. Completion reward, convince people with reason x1. Option 3, what? And such a good thing, the Ice and Snow Emperors are present at the same time, take them both down immediately. Completion reward, Ice and Snow Blessing Field. Option 4, give it a try, we have reached a desperate situation, give it a try. Completion reward, Ring Blast. Run. What to run with? Even if I could fly, I still couldn't outrun the Snow Emperor. Unless Tianmeng Iceworm uses a unique trick. Ice Cicada escapes from its shell. Huo Yuhao was sent hundreds of miles away in an instant. In this way, Huo Yuhao might be able to run away, however, Tianmeng Ice Silkworm's 900,000 points of mental power have to stay here. This is so bad that I even lost my pants. Besides, the reward is only physical strengthening, this comparison. It was equivalent to Huo Yuhao picking up a gold soul coin and then losing 1,000,000 gold soul coins. It is possible to persuade him with good words, but this requires his own strength to prevent the Snow Emperor from acting rashly. Otherwise, who can reason with you? He was also convinced that it was the Emperor's sword Bingji Wushuang. Taking down two people at the same time is also abstract. I am just a small half-step soul master. How can you be so virtuous? Then you can only give it a try. Just give it a try and don't worry too much. Wait, Huo Yuhao suddenly remembered something, I am the yellow-haired Huo Yuhao. It seems that it's not impossible to be reasonable. As long as the opposite sex has an admirer other than Huo Yuhao, it will be easier for the opposite sex to have a favorable impression of Huo Yuhao. Who says ice and snow don't count? It is indeed a super powerful buff. Huo Yuhao suddenly felt that this ability was not so evil anymore. Yuhao. Why are you coming out? Didn't I tell you not to come out no matter what happens? Tianmeng Bingcan said anxiously, he was scattered, and there was still 1/10 of the origin left in Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea, but if Huo Yuhao dies, then he is really finished. Brother Tianmeng, don't worry, I can handle it. Huo Yuhao smiled confidently, Tianmeng Bingcan nodded and took a step back. Human. Snow Emperor was slightly startled, but did not choose to take action directly, because the Ice Emperor is bound, so she won't fight to the death unless absolutely necessary. Don't rush to take action yet, let me fool you. Huo Yuhao raised his hand. I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Don't rush to take action. Just listen to what I'm telling you. That I don't know why, but after meeting Huo Yuhao, the Snow Emperor didn't feel any disgust towards human beings at all. Snow Emperor said coldly, go ahead, I want to see how you want to fool me. Huo Yuhao corrected him, it's not a lie, you just heard it wrong. Don't talk nonsense, my patience is limited. Snow Emperor glanced at the bound Ice Emperor and said coldly. Actually, we found the Ice Emperor just to allow her to continue to live. Otherwise, how could I, a 30-level half-step soul master, dare to come to the far north? Huo Yuhao didn't talk nonsense and started to fool around. Emperor Shui thought for a while and asked, "Let her live. Then you will restrain her? Isn't this deal broken down? She is going to hunt us down, how can we just sit back and wait for death?" Huo Yuhao said seriously. "Let's not talk about this first. Let's talk about how to let her live." Snow Emperor was very curious, even she was helpless, but Huo Yuhao actually said that he had a way. Huo Yuhao smiled lightly, "I call it the God-making plan." Snow Emperor was surprised and asked, "Creating a god?" Huo Yuhao did not continue, but asked, "In Douluo continent, which race do you think has the most potential?" The Snow Emperor pondered for a while and then said, "It should be humans. Although some of our soul beasts are born noble and have stronger bodies than humans, compared with the talents of humans, our soul beasts are still far behind. More. As long as nothing unexpected happens to a human with outstanding talent, his combat effectiveness will be comparable to that of a 10,000-year-old soul beast in just a dozen years. The best among them can even match the combat power of a 100,000-year-old soul beast." Huo Yuhao nodded, "Yes, it's just as you said, otherwise brother Tian wouldn't be able to fuse with me. Although I only have the cultivation level of a soul master now, do you know how long it took me to cultivate from a 10th level half-step soul master to a 30 level half-step soul master?" Snow Emperor asked tentatively. 5 years. Less than a month. To be precise, 7 days. Huo Yuhao said calmly. How is this possible? Snow Emperor's face was filled with shock. It was not like she had never understood the speed of a soul master's cultivation. Leveling up 20 levels in 7 days is simply unheard of. But this is the truth, otherwise why would Tianmeng Ice Silkworm merge with me? Didn't you just take a fancy to my talent? Huo Yuhao spread his hands helplessly. Tianmeng Bingshan added at this time, Snow Emperor, do you still remember what happened 10,000 years ago? Remember. Snow Emperor said, the colors of the world changed and he became a god in an instant. That's right. I was in the Star Forest at that time. That time, there were at least 5 gods. The Star Doe Forest also lost 2 beast kings at that time, but they were not killed by gods, but sacrificed. The object of their sacrifice is exactly one of the gods. Huo Yuhao continued, after you soul beasts transform, you only have a short period of 100 years. You yourself don't know if you can break through and become a god within this time limit. Therefore, there are very few soul beasts that choose to transform into humans after 100,000 years. Pitiful. The vast majority of them are just like you, choosing to survive the tribulation. Because the probability of success of this method of transforming into a human being is really very low. And the soul beasts that are over 100,000 years old and have survived the tribulation have lost the qualification to transform. Therefore, they can only continue to survive the tribulation and hit the next barrier until they fail to survive the tribulation and turn into dust. Huo Yuhao paused at this moment. If my guess is right, you should have the idea of turning into a human being, right? Before the Snow Emperor could answer, the Ice Emperor on the side shouted out first. Impossible. The Snow Emperor has already survived the tribulation. How is it possible that he can still transform into a human being? Chapter 22. If even I can't become a god, who else can? You are listening at novelfull.audio. What's impossible? Huo Yuhao said with a smile. There are always more solutions than problems. I guess there should be natural treasures in the Snow Emperor's territory that conceal the origin. The moment Huo Yuhao finished speaking, the snowfall nearby became fierce. Evidently, Huo Yuhao's words touched the Snow Emperor. The Ice Emperor also turned his head slightly and looked at the Snow Emperor. She wanted to know if what Huo Yuhao said was true. What this human said is true. I do plan to transform. I failed in my attempt to use the yin-yang complementary soul core. My origin was severely damaged. There is no hope of surviving this 700,000-year-old catastrophe. And there happens to be a 100,000-year-old snow lotus in my territory. The Snow Emperor stopped talking here. Originally, I planned to help you overcome the tribulation first, and then I would transform into a human to cultivate again. As a result, on the way to find you, I sensed that your breath was disordered. And when I got here, you were captured. Ice Emperor sighed, even with your help, I can't overcome it, and my origin is also damaged. At this time, Tianmeng Ice Silkworm jumped out, why don't you all join the god-making plan? It's actually too dangerous to cultivate and transform into a human again. Let me rely on humans. Then I would rather return to nature. Snow Emperor coldly refused. Don't rush to refuse, he is the person I chose, and he is also my current master. His name is Huo Yuhao, and now I am his soul ring, and the only intelligent soul ring in the entire continent. Impossible! Ice Emperor exclaimed in surprise. Although your combat power is rubbish, the energy contained in your body is definitely not something that the person in front of you can bear. Alas, I didn't want to say it. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm recounted his experiences over the years. Ice Emperor and Snow Emperor were silent, because the two of them could not survive this catastrophe. If nothing unexpected happens, they will soon return to nature. It's so miserable. You might as well let me eat you earlier. In this way, I might be able to survive this catastrophe. Ice Emperor laughed. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm ignored Ice Emperor's ridicule and said seriously, although I will not become a god in the god-making plan, as long as it succeeds, my life will be endless. So, I volunteered to become the soul ring of the little guy in front of you, the wisdom soul ring. Use everything I have. God-making. The result is beyond my expectation. He doesn't seem to need my power to become a god. I just told you this. It will be upgraded to 20 levels in 7 days. And on this basis, I also provide him with an extra martial soul position. Martial soul position. Snow Emperor and Ice Emperor exclaimed at the same time, if there is a martial soul position, it will be completely different. This means that as long as he merges with Huo Yuhao will be a peerless genius with extreme attributes and twin martial souls. The success rate of the god-making plan will also be greatly improved. At this moment, Xue Di had no intention of taking action, because she decided to let Bing Di take this path. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing option 2. The reward, convincing people with reason X1, has been issued to the host. Storage space, Shen-Tian Baolu's True, Soul Skill Secret Method Combination Skill, Blue Hair X1, Divine Blessing X1, Convincing People with Reason X1. When Huo Yuhao heard the sound of the upgrade, he also breathed a sigh of relief. This means that Xue Di will not take action again. I'm not bragging, the success probability of the god-making plan is really high. Do you know why? Because, there is a god in his spiritual sea. Although it is an incomplete god, it is also a god. He has the potential to become a god, and now he has the help of me and a god. Why can't he become a new god? Although Tianmeng Ice Silkworm thinks that this gray bead is here to compete with it for territory, it does not prevent it from praising this gray bead. Besides, this gray bead is actually a true divine consciousness. What did you say? Is there really a god in his spiritual sea? Ice Queen was a little excited. If there really is one, then Huo Yuhao's chance of becoming a god is really high. Words are not enough. Let me feel it for you. As he said that, Huo Yuhao no longer concealed his aura. 100 points of divine power were released. Feeling this aura, the two emperors no longer had any doubts, because this aura was the same as the one they felt back then. Huo Yuhao smiled confidently and said, if even I can't become a god, then who else do you think can become a god in this world? Yes, if even someone like him can't become a god, then can he really become a god by transforming himself? Snow Queen asked herself. Ice Emperor asked, how sure are you? This is a gamble, how can I be sure? Success or failure? If you join, our chances of success will be higher. If Snow Emperor joins, our chances of success will be even higher. If you all join together, then our chances of success will be infinitely close to 100. Join together? Your body can't bear it, right? Ice Emperor asked with some doubt. She felt that Huo Yuhao had already merged with Tian Ice Silkworm, and if there were two more, wouldn't he be blown up? I have already thought of a plan. This is not a problem. The problem is whether you are willing to join. After speaking, Huo Yuhao looked at the two emperors. Binger, you join me. I'll just let it go. Xuedi took a step back. She still felt that Huo Yuhao couldn't bear the power of both her and Bing Di at the same time. She decided to give this opportunity to Bing Di. You don't want to transform into a human and cultivate again, do you? Huo Yuhao asked. Yes, how can we know if it can be done if we don't try? Xuedi said. There are some things I think I still need to tell you. Huo Yuhao paused and continued, information about God. About God, that they obviously didn't expect that Huo Yuhao already knew something about God. Huo Yuhao nodded, yes, about God. There are two ways to become a god. The first way is very simple and difficult. Inheriting the original god position, this is very simple, you just need someone in the god realm to take a fancy to you. It's difficult because it's hard to be favored. After being favored, there is still a god test. After completing the god test, you will have a god position. You will become a god. Huo Yuhao finished speaking and looked at Xuedi. So that's how it is. Xuedi just nodded without any other action. Seeing this, Huo Yuhao felt that it was time to take drastic measures. Otherwise, if Xuedi did not join the god-making plan, he would suffer a great loss. Not only would he lose a nearly 700,000-year-old spirit ring, he would also lose a nearly 700,000-year-old spirit bone. He would not even get the reward for option 3. Ice and Snow Blessing Field. Huo Yuhao felt a little distressed after calculating this. What a loss. He must take some drastic measures. Chapter 23, Xuedi, Tian is not someone you and I can defeat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Of course, there are different levels of gods. The lowest level of priests, third level gods, second level gods, first level main gods, and the strongest god king. If you are above the second level god, you can lead people into the god realm. After entering the god realm, you will most likely become the lowest level priest. One level higher than the 99 level extreme Douluo. In other words, as long as I become a first level main god, I have the right to lead people into the god realm. Everyone was about to say something when they heard Huo Yuhao's words. Another way is to create your own godhood. It is several times more difficult than the first one, but as long as you succeed, the rewards are also extremely rich. You can even jump up and become a god king. And I am planning to take this path. Huo Yuhao said. Snow Queen, join us. Ice Queen said. Snow Girl, join us. Although she knew very well that Snow Queen would not rely on humans to survive, but she still wanted to persuade her. She didn't want Snow Queen to turn into dust like this. The Snow Queen should not be able to survive this catastrophe, otherwise how could the Snow Queen think of using the 100,000-year-old Snow Lotus to seal the origin and transform? The Snow Queen said, I still want to try it myself. Tian Ice Silkworm wanted to say something, but was interrupted by Huo Yuhao. Alas, to tell you the truth, I didn't want you to know this cruel truth. Huo Yuhao sighed. Soul beasts can't actually become gods, even if you transform. What? Snow Queen and Ice Queen said in surprise. They felt like some shocking secret was about to be revealed. Huo Yuhao smiled and said, do you really think that the soul beasts have been unable to become gods for so many years because of their own reasons? Could it be that? Huo Yuhao nodded, yes, it's an external factor. It's all because of the dragon god. Dragon god? What happened to the dragon god? Snow Queen asked puzzled. She had heard of the legend of the dragon god, but not much. Dragon god, it's crazy, and it made a big oath when it was crazy. Unless the dragon clan revives and the dragon god reappears, no soul beast can become a god. Of course, if it's just like this, there is still a chance to find another way to become a god. But the god realm continues to suppress the soul beast's path to becoming a god on this basis. This path is to transform into a human and cultivate again. This is why I just said that you can't become a god even if you transform. Because even if you transform, you still need to contact humans to improve your level. And after the soul beast transforms into a human, it can be seen through. A soul beast over 100,000 years old with no ability to resist is seen through by a human strongman. I don't need to say more about what will happen next, that just as Huo Yuhao finished speaking, two angers rose to the sky. The soul beasts in the entire core circle were trembling with fear. No matter whether it was the Ice Emperor or the Snow Emperor, no matter how long they lived, after hearing this news, the anger could not be suppressed at all. Over the years, humans have become gods, but soul beasts have never become gods. Even Emperor Tian. He didn't become a god. Is it because he didn't work hard enough? Or is it because he doesn't have enough talent? Neither. In order to survive, I have survived the heavenly tribulation again and again. In the end, all my efforts in this life were in vain. The ending has long been determined, that for so many years, she has never slacked off in her cultivation. Isn't it just to survive? And now someone told her that soul beasts can't become gods, it negated all her efforts. All along, all the fierce beasts believed that it was their own fault, they never thought that it was the oath of the dragon god that prevented them from becoming gods. Join us, Snow Queen. After those people became gods 10,000 years ago, they took control of the entire continent. This led to fewer and fewer people becoming gods, and those who had the hope of becoming gods all failed without exception. Not only that, even the lifespan of the 99th level extreme Douluo has been severely reduced, with only a few hundred years left. I don't know who did it, but I know this continent. The God King has suffered for a long time. If even I can't become a god, who else in this world can become a god? Only in this way can you continue to live. Revenge the dragon god. Hearing Huo Yuhao mention the dragon god, Snow Queen was a little confused. Isn't the dragon god dead? Although she was angry now, she was not overwhelmed. It seems that you all thought that the dragon god was dead. No, it's not dead, it just split. Split into the Golden Dragon King and the Silver Dragon King. And the Silver Dragon King is sleeping in the Star Do Great Forest. That's Emperor Tian's master. The Snow Queen was stunned, Emperor Tian. Huo Yuhao was a little confused. Don't you want revenge? The Snow Queen sighed, yes. But Emperor Tian is not someone you and I can defeat. Huo Yuhao, it's bad, it's too violent, this is over. Huo Yuhao didn't expect it to develop like this is really over. I think if you die like this, Ice Queen will be very sad, right? Huo Yuhao felt that he had to rescue him. I immediately let Tianmeng Ice Silkworm release Ice Queen. Of course, Huo Yuhao was sure that he could suppress them at the same time, otherwise he would not do such a dangerous thing. Bingdi also understood Huo Yuhao's meaning immediately and came over immediately. Shuanu, please join us, please. He kept rubbing Shuadi's thigh with his scorpion tail. Shuadi's sky-blue eyes were full of confusion. After a long time, Shuadi said, Binger, you merge first. Okay. Hearing Shuadi's words, Bingdi also breathed a sigh of relief. As long as Shuadi thinks it through, it's fine. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm said seriously, be prepared. If you want Huo Yuhao to merge with you and become his martial spirit, you must be willing. Otherwise, you will fail. Because you are in your prime, unlike me, even if you are willing, Huo Yuhao will still have a lot of pressure to bear. At that time, I will seal this part of the power to prevent Huo Yuhao from being blown up. Even during the sealing process, the impact will not be small. Yuhao, you must hold on. Otherwise, the three of us will be completely finished. As he said, Tianmeng Ice Silkworm looked at Huo Yuhao. It's not a big problem. Huo Yuhao nodded. Although the Snow Emperor martial spirit could not be obtained, the Ice Jade Emperor Scorpion martial spirit was not bad. Extreme attributes. Not only can it provide a 390,000-year soul ring. It can also explode a 390,000-year soul bone for him. Let's start. Ice Emperor said coldly. Obviously, she only hated Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. Release your spiritual origin first. Hearing this, Ice Emperor hesitated. Once the spiritual essence is released, there is no turning back. She was actually not sure whether what Huo Yuhao and the others said was true or false. Although she believed it in her heart, she was hesitant. After all, it was about her life. Hey! Tianmeng Bingcan naturally knew what Bingdi was worried about. Bing Shen, I, Tianmeng Bingcan, swear in the name of ice. Chapter 24, Ice Blue Emperor Scorpion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. If you deceive the Ice Emperor and do not help it become a wisdom soul ring after releasing its spiritual origin, I wish that everything that belongs to ice will be taken away by you. Huo Yuhao felt a little happy when he heard these words. What ice god? I have never heard of it. You have sworn, so it is a bit unreasonable for me to hesitate. The Ice Emperor immediately began to release the spiritual origin. Huo Yuhao listened to the oath that made him a little happy. In the ears of the soul beasts in the far north, it was the heaviest oath. The crystal yellow turned into emerald green, and the emerald green scorpion tail rose. A small green ball of light separated from the tip of the tail. The eyes of the Ice Emperor's beast body suddenly lost their luster and dimmed. That's right, this is the spiritual origin of the Ice Emperor. Although the Ice Emperor is a soul beast of nearly 400,000 years, she is not a soul beast of spiritual attributes after all. The spiritual power is still much worse than that of the 100W Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. Of course, the operation of releasing the spiritual origin requires a beast of more than 100,000 years who has passed the heavenly tribulation. So don't underestimate the process. In fact, ordinary soul beasts can't do it. The green ball of light quickly drilled into Huo Yuhao's forehead, entered Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea. The Snow Queen stood silently not far away to protect the two. The Ice Jade Emperor Scorpion, which lost the control of the spiritual source, instantly exuded a terrifying fierceness. A layer of green suddenly appeared in the sky. Let's start. I want to see where Huo Yuhao's limit is. The cold voice of the Ice Queen sounded in Huo Yuhao's mind. You will know soon, but before that, Huo Yuhao needs to get the second soul ring. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm said, and turned on the navigation mode. The periphery of the far north. Brother Tianmeng, the Ice Silkworm clan has suffered a lot because of you. Huo Yuhao couldn't hold it anymore. Whose good beast brought outsiders to kill his own people? Of course, don't you see who I am? When I played like this, it wasn't even born yet. Okay, stop talking nonsense, hurry up and absorb the soul ring. Huo Yuhao used the soul formula to absorb the 10,000-year-old Ice Silkworm soul ring. I can only say that you are worthy of it. You didn't even blink when you exploded your compatriot's soul bone. Ice Emperor said coldly. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? If it weren't for hiding your soul ring, why would I bring Yuhao here? Tianmeng Ice Silkworm was furious. According to you, it's still my fault. Ice Emperor snorted coldly and ignored Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. In a short while, Huo Yuhao absorbed the 10,000-year soul ring of the Ice Silkworm. Breakthrough. Level 31. Although he is a soul master, Huo Yuhao currently has only 2 soul rings. One is from Tianmeng Ice Silkworm, and the other is from Ice Silkworm. Because he has a soul ring slot, he can still absorb a total of 2 soul rings. The soul skills have not changed, it is a simulation. 100,000 years. 1,000,000 years. 1,000 years. Huo Yuhao's soul ring color changes with the use of soul skills. Stop playing, it's time to go back. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm said. Okay. Huo Yuhao nodded. Xue Di immediately took action to bring Huo Yuhao back to the core circle. Can we start now? Bing Di asked. Okay. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm nodded. If Huo Yuhao does not absorb a soul ring and remove the level cap, then Huo Yuhao will not be able to absorb Bing Di's soul power to the maximum extent. Then he can only seal these soul powers, and it will be troublesome to absorb them after sealing. It is impossible to absorb them as easily as this time. Come on, I hope you can absorb more. Bing Di said, her attitude when speaking is much gentler than when she spoke to Tian Meng Ice Silkworm. It may be because of Huo Yuhao's yellow hair buff, or it may be because she wants to merge with Huo Yuhao. I'll tell you the method of fusion, and we'll discuss the details slowly. After listening to Tian Meng Ice Silkworm's method, Ice Emperor nodded, okay, almost 100% success rate. But for safety reasons, I think the order of fusion should be changed. First strengthen Huo Yuhao's physique, so that it will be safer. Then it's the martial soul, so that I can transfer as much of my power as possible into Huo Yuhao's body. I neglected it, so let's follow this order. Tian Meng Ice Silkworm nodded. It didn't explode its soul bone when it fused, and its own power was not much, so it's inevitable to be negligent. Of course, the main reason is that Ice Emperor's power is very overbearing. Even if Ice Emperor converges, it will occasionally leak some. Are you ready? During the fusion process, you will suffer great pain. You must hold on, so that I can completely fuse my soul bone with your body. We can only protect your body, but not your soul. If you collapse, then we're done. Huo Yuhao stretched out his hand and was about to press on Ice Emperor's body. Ice Emperor said hurriedly, wait, I haven't transformed into soul bone yet, don't touch me directly, otherwise you will be attacked by the power of extreme ice. I have already started to transform your soul bone, you just need to wait. No need for that. Huo Yuhao waved his hand, he immediately stretched out his hand and pressed on Ice Emperor's body, waved his hand gently, and merged instantly. Ice Emperor's face was full of astonishment. You. In the far north, snowflakes were flying. Huo Yuhao stood on a high mountain in the Snow Emperor's territory, looking at the core circle not far away. It was the center of the entire far north. The powerful 100,000-year-old soul beasts were all there. It had only been half an hour since he merged with the Ice Emperor. At this moment, his level had reached level 40. The reason why he could merge with the Ice Emperor's soul bone so quickly was because of the divine power. He used those 100 points of divine power. Using divine power, he instantly transformed the Ice Emperor's soul bone. The original torso bone was transformed into an external soul bone. Extreme Ice Holy Armor. Of course, Huo Yuhao alone could not withstand so much soul power. There was also the help of the Holy Dragon Soul Core. Most of the soul power was stored by the Holy Dragon Soul Core. It was similar to a seal, but it was more useful than a seal. As long as Huo Yuhao wanted, he could absorb this soul power at any time. After absorbing the Extreme Ice Holy Armor, his soul power reached level 37 at that time. After the Ice Emperor became a martial soul, a large amount of soul power entered Huo Yuhao's body. At this moment, Huo Yuhao's soul power also reached level 40. Of course, in order to avoid being blown up, Huo Yuhao stored all the excess soul power in the Holy Dragon Soul Core. There was no need to seal it, and the Holy Dragon Soul Ring would automatically increase the purity of soul power. It allowed Huo Yuhao to absorb it more quickly. The blood-red soul ring with 4 golden light patterns on Huo Yuhao's body was the first soul ring of his second martial soul, the Ice Jade Emperor Scorpion. A soul ring of up to 400,000 years. That's right, 400,000 years. In the process of fusion, a breakthrough was achieved. Chapter 25 The Conferred God Platform. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The current limit of the soul rings that Huo Yuhao can carry has reached 30,000 years. It has almost tripled. In addition, the Ice Emperor also provided him with 4 soul skills. 2 soul ring skills. 2 soul bone skills. The first of the 400,000-year soul ring skills. The Ice Emperor's Claw. The second. The Ice Emperor's Body Protection. One is for attack, the other is for defense. The first of the 400,000-year soul bone skills. Freeze 1,000 miles. Domain-type soul skills. As long as the soul power is enough, you can freeze 1,000 miles in an instant. The second. The Ice Emperor's Arrival. This is also the most powerful of the 4 soul skills provided by the Ice Emperor. During the Ice Emperor's arrival, the power of Ice Attribute soul skills doubles. The soul power consumption of Ice Attribute soul skills is reduced by half. The extreme ice penetration ability doubles. And you can use a new soul bone skill. Ice explosion technique. It can be said that this wave of 100 points of divine power is worth it. This is a skill that the Ice Emperor doesn't have. Only the unique Ice Jade Scorpion has a racial skill. Huo Yuhao's spiritual power has also reached 1,600 points. The power of the first soul skill has been increased to 30,000 years. Go back. The Snow Emperor came over and said softly. Alas, you. Huo Yuhao turned around and looked at the Snow Emperor. The Ice Emperor and Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea also sighed. She didn't expect that the Snow Emperor was just trying to delay time. Since you insist on transforming, I won't say much. I'll leave after you transform. If something happens, I can take action. Huo Yuhao felt that a tidal Douluo might be coming. The time was exactly when the Snow Emperor transformed into a human. I just don't know why that person could accurately grasp the time when the Snow Emperor transformed into a human. To be honest, Huo Yuhao really couldn't figure it out. How could it be such a coincidence, really that coincidence? Huo Yuhao didn't believe it, so he planned to stay a little longer. If someone comes, he can save them. Yeah. Snow Queen nodded without saying anything more. She had already handed over the affairs of the far north in advance, because she had to transform into a human, and after the transformation, she had to leave the far north and go to where humans live. The Ice Queen had already merged with Huo Yuhao, so naturally she could not manage the far north. The Ice Bear King Xiaobai was not suitable either. So naturally it fell to the Titan Snow Demon King. Of course, it was just a temporary takeover. When the Snow Queen returns in the future, it will naturally be returned. The Snow Queen began to activate her origin and used the 100,000-year-old Snow Lotus to seal it. The snowflakes nearby were no longer normal. The speed of the descent was also abnormally fast. As the 100,000-year-old Snow Lotus entered the body of the Snow Queen, the Snow Queen's origin gradually entered the 100,000-year-old Snow Lotus. That's right, if the Snow Queen wanted to transform, she had to use this Snow Lotus to seal her origin. Otherwise, she would not be able to seal her origin, because she had survived the heavenly tribulation. Once a soul beast has survived the heavenly tribulation, it will not be able to transform and rebuild. Soon, the seal of the Snow Empress origin was completed. After the origin was sealed, the next step was to transform. Huo Yuhao retreated. It was not convenient for Huo Yuhao to watch this step. Yuhao, do you think the Snow Girl can succeed? The voice of the Ice Empress sounded in Huo Yuhao's mind. Her voice was no longer as cold as before, but much gentler. Bing bing, let go. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm approached and was about to comfort her, but was slapped away by the Ice Empress. Shut up. If I hear you call me by this name again, I will kick you out. Ice Empress said angrily. Obviously, even though it had merged into Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea, Ice Empress still disliked Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. It can be done, but I vaguely feel that a crisis is coming. Huo Yuhao nodded. He said what he was worried about. He had a divine blessing once, and it would be useless even if the extreme Douluo came, but this is a consumable. It's gone once it's used. So what Huo Yuhao was worried about was not the tidal Douluo coming, but wasting this divine blessing. What if a rubbish tidal Douluo came? Should he use it or not? If not, he can't beat him. If he uses it, it's too wasteful. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm was a little confused. Crisis. This is the far north. Which normal human would come here? If humans don't come, could it be that the soul beasts in the far north rebelled? This is not right. The far north is different from the Star Do Great Forest. The soul beasts here are relatively united. Basically, there will be no situation of killing each other. Of course, weak beasts are an exception. They are not worthy of joining the far north circle. For example, the famous Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. It was once hunted down by the Ice Emperor as food. What crisis? Ice Emperor asked. Like Tianmeng Ice Silkworm, she didn't know where the crisis Huo Yuhao mentioned came from. I don't know, this is what my spiritual eyes told me. Huo Yuhao shook his head. He didn't tell them the subsequent plot. Instead, he attributed it to his own martial soul, the spirit eye. Actually, it made sense, because Huo Yuhao's martial soul, the spirit eye, had this function. It was just a crisis warning, rather than predicting the future. Let's take it one step at a time. Huo Yuhao looked towards the ice house where the Snow Queen was. Option 3 still lacks the Snow Emperor. As long as he takes it, he can obtain the Ice and Snow Blessing domain. Although he doesn't know what the effect of this domain is now, he knows it's very strong when he hears the name. Ice must refer to the Ice Emperor, and Snow is naturally the Snow Emperor. How rubbish can the domain blessed by 2 emperors be? He had already completed the first option. He got it when he ran to the outer edge of the far north to hunt ice silkworms. Otherwise, he would not be able to directly absorb the 10,000-year-old ice silkworm spirit ring. This is absorption, which is different from extracting the energy in the spirit ring. The soul formula extracts the energy in the spirit ring without considering one's own physique. As long as Huo Yuhao digests it quickly after absorbing it, it can be absorbed without intervals. This is why Huo Yuhao has continuous breakthroughs every time he extracts the energy of the spirit ring. Absorbing the spirit ring as his own spirit ring does not upgrade a few levels, of course. Absorbing the spirit ring as his own spirit ring also has other bonuses, such as mental strength, physique, breaking through the level limit, etc. Just when the Snow Emperor was about to complete the transformation, an old voice came. Ha 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 ha, after searching everywhere for something, it's easy to find. Huo Yuhao looked at the person who came. That person was a titled Douluo wearing gorgeous armor. Why did Huo Yuhao know that? The reason was simple. He released his martial soul. After releasing his martial soul, his soul rings naturally appeared. Yellow, yellow, purple, purple, black, 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 red. 9 soul rings in total. There was even a 100,000-year-old red soul ring. Fuck. Huo Yuhao was shocked. Because this titled Douluo had a soul guide that emitted powerful soul power fluctuations in his hand. And that soul guide. Huo Yuhao recognized it at a glance. It was the Conferred God platform. Chapter 26 Huo Yuhao, tell me or not. Tell me or not. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is it cheating? Huo Yuhao really didn't believe that someone could arrive at the Snow Emperor's territory at exactly this time. How could anyone have better luck than Tian Bingxi and himself? The Snow Emperor, who was transforming, naturally sensed the aura of this titled Douluo. This is your most vulnerable time. But once interrupted, it can no longer be transformed, but if you don't stop, you will die. Just when Snow Emperor was hesitating, a breath that makes people want to kneel down bursts out. Bite. Congratulations to the host for completing option 4, the reward, Ring Blast, has been issued to the host. It's God's blessing. Huo Yuhao used divine blessing. He didn't hesitate at all, because the desperate situation had come. Any hesitation for even a second is disrespectful to your own life. Impossible. Titled Douluo in gorgeous armor was shocked. Why is there really an ice god? To be honest, Huo Yuhao also didn't expect that God would bless him with the power of the ice god. It's broken. I've become an ice god. Of course, even if I didn't expect it, Huo Yuhao would do it without hesitation. Frozen for thousands of miles. A moment. The area thousands of miles away was instantly frozen. This also includes the titled Douluo with gorgeous armor. The Ice Emperor is coming. Your grandma, who ordered you to come here? Huo Yuhao asked coldly. Huo Yuhao is very angry now. What kind of garbage banned Douluo? Not a single move can stop him. Pure waste. Titled Douluo in gorgeous armor. He couldn't move now. Naturally, he was speechless. You are so stubborn, right? Huo Yuhao waved his hand gently. An invisible whip of ice instantly hit the titled Douluo in gorgeous armor. Don't tell me. Seeing that he didn't say anything, Huo Yuhao whipped him again. Say it or not. Say it or not. Huo Yuhao slapped him a few more times. Damn, you are so tough. Seeing that he still didn't speak, Huo Yuhao couldn't help but say. You have to be tough. Let's see if you can withstand this move. Huo Yuhao is really popular now. This guy can't be too tough. Let me ask you one last time, who ordered you to come here? Where did the Conferred God platform come from? Huo Yuhao stopped his hand and asked the titled Douluo who was frozen in front of him. Yuhao, I think it's not that he didn't say anything. Tianmeng Bingcan said weakly. Huo Yuhao asked a question. Didn't I ask a question? Asked. Tianmeng Bingxi said. That's it. What's the problem? Isn't this just because he talks hard? Huo Yuhao asked. Forget it, let me tell you. The Ice Emperor kicked Tianmeng Ice Worm away with some helplessness. He was frozen and couldn't speak. Huo Yuhao said helplessly, I know, in fact, I just want to smoke a few more times. Of course he knew that this titled Douluo was frozen, but it would be really unpleasant if I didn't spank him a few more times. Titled Douluo in gorgeous armor. No, what kind of hatred? Didn't I just visit the Snow Emperor's territory? Didn't I just bring a conferring god platform? Besides, aren't you human? The conferred god platform seals soul beasts. Etc., conferred god platform. He seemed to suddenly understand, is it really because of the conferred god platform? Ice god, conferred god platform, he seemed to understand. Huo Yuhao removed part of the ice to give him room to speak. Say it, I'll tell it. The titled Douluo said quickly. Huo Yuhao frowned. Did I ask you? Just say it. As he said that, he whipped up the whip. Titled Douluo was filled with anger. After all, he is also a titled Douluo. How can such an insult be tolerated? Still not convinced. Huo Yuhao transformed the ice that froze the titled Douluo into ice spikes, plunge in hard. Moment. This titled Douluo was covered in blood. It's as if his gorgeous armor doesn't exist. I can't resist the slightest ice spike for him. Okay, let's talk. Who ordered you to come? Where did the conferred god platform come from? Huo Yuhao asked. Hearing Huo Yuhao's question, the titled Douluo didn't hesitate at all and said immediately, it's a dream, it's a dream. I came here because I had a strange dream. The man in the dream told me that there will be a heavenly king in the far north who will transform into a human being and rebuild it. He also told me about the functions of the conferred god platform. Following the idea of reverse engineering this function, I successfully built the conferred god platform. I am a 92-level titled Douluo and a 9th-level soul master. He spoke one sentence after another, not daring to stop and take a breath. Huo Yuhao looked at him quietly without saying anything. To be honest, this 9th-level soul master is the greatest wealth, but he had no means to control this titled Douluo. Even the spiritual eye illusion technique can only control this titled Douluo now. Once the divine blessing disappears, then he will definitely be freed. It will be backfired then. That would be dangerous. And Huo Yuhao couldn't bring him back to Shrek Academy. Because Huo Yuhao's power comes from the ice god. That is, the god of the far north. And as long as he leaves the far north, his ice god power will disappear directly. I shouldn't believe this dream, I'm really confused. The titled Douluo did not directly beg for mercy. Huo Yuhao sneered, eye to eye. Spirit eye illusion. Isn't that titled Douluo a mature man? How could he be so spineless? So Huo Yuhao didn't believe what he said at all. He chose to read the memory directly. The titled Douluo couldn't suppress his screams. This is a side effect of reading memory. The soul of the person being read will suffer unprecedented pain. This is also the method Huo Yuhao was planning to use just now. It was just delayed because of Tianmeng Iceworm and Ice Emperor. After reading the memory, Huo Yuhao's lips curled up. The memory he read was nothing else. It is the making of Soul Guide. Levels 1 to 9. Including the drawings made by this 9th-level soul master himself. All of them were read by Huo Yuhao. Huo Yuhao did not stop and continued reading, even if this titled Douluo's soul will collapse because of this. Soon, Huo Yuhao read the basic information of this titled Douluo. His name is Tang Qi, and his martial spirit is very special, just like Huo Yuhao. It's the eyes. It's just that his eyes are special. The kind that can scan item information. This is why he was able to deduce the drawings of the Conferred God platform with just a little bit of information. Of course, this martial spirit is destined to be gone, because after reading his memory this time, he will be disabled even if he is not dead. Finally read it. Huo Yuhao said slowly. The man in the dream was holding a golden trident and dressed in blue. At this moment, Tang Qi's head suddenly exploded. Huo Yuhao. Chapter 27, Purchasing Goods from the Far North, 10 Skills per Trip. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tang-san. You already have a way to die. Huo Yuhao said angrily. He hasn't gotten that valuable information yet. Tang Qi's head exploded. It is equivalent to Huo Yuhao's divine blessing only getting some blueprints of soul tools and a 9th level soul tool, the Conferred God platform. It's gone, what a loss. Although the divine blessing effect is still there, Huo Yuhao can't use this power to kill the soul beasts in the far north, right? If he were in the Star Do forest, Huo Yuhao might be able to go on a killing spree. What a pity. Yuhao, where does your power come from? The Ice Emperor asked when he saw that Huo Yuhao had stopped moving. It's very familiar, right? Huo Yuhao asked. Well, I feel. Ice Emperor was about to express his guess but was directly interrupted by Huo Yuhao. Yes, it's just what you feel. This is the power of the Ice God. What? Are you the Ice God? I swear it was you who swore to me. Tian Mangbingsi was suddenly startled and asked in disbelief, if that's true, then he's very lucky, right? A spiritual soul master I met randomly in the Star Do forest turned out to be the Ice God I swore. No wonder Huo Yuhao said every day that he would take him flying. This is not surprising. You can think so, but my Ice God's power has limits. Can only be used in the far north. Not a true Ice God. Huo Yuhao explained. Then you are also an Ice God. The Ice Emperor said firmly, she just feels like her choice is right now. If you follow the Ice God, are you afraid that you won't become a god? She had already decided that the Snow Emperor would come over later and tell her the news no matter what. Even if she has successfully transformed, she can still be sacrificed. If you think so, then there's nothing I can do about it. Huo Yuhao spread his hands. He has already explained it. But if the Ice Emperor doesn't listen, then it's hard for him to say anything else. At this moment, Snow Emperor walked out. So you are the Ice God. Snow Emperor's tone changed, not so cold anymore, on the contrary, it has a different flavor. It's not surprising. I asked how could someone be able to instantly transform Binger's body into a soul bone and fuse it with her. If it's the Ice God, it makes sense. Huo Yuhao looked toward Snow Emperor. It was discovered that she had not transformed successfully and was still the same as before. Did it fail? Huo Yuhao asked. No. Snow Emperor said. I was the one who interrupted the transformation. Ah. Huo Yuhao was a little confused. Why? That he really couldn't figure out why. Why do you want to give up the transformation? It's obviously almost successful. Because you are the Ice God. Snow Emperor said slowly. What does this have to do with whether I am an Ice God? To be honest, Huo Yuhao was really confused. So I join. Snow Emperor said, Huo Yuhao. Okay, it's not a loss now. Make money with blood. If I had known it was so simple, I would still have the blessing of a hammer. You should have used it as early as possible. Huo Yuhao really didn't expect that he would not be able to persuade the Snow Emperor after he tried to persuade him for so long. After learning that he was an Ice God, he actually stopped his transformation and chose to join the god-making project. Okay, let's start now. Huo Yuhao asked, why didn't Huo Yuhao get the soul ring first? Because there is no need, he now has the power of the Ice God, fusion of the Snow Emperor's soul ring and soul bone from the far north. Wouldn't that be easy to capture? Besides, although the Snow Emperor has stopped his transformation, but her origin has not been unlocked. In other words, Huo Yuhao can't actually level up after absorbing the Snow Emperor's soul ring. As for the power of the soul bone, it can be stored in the snow elixir, the source of the Snow Emperor's seal. Of course, this is just an expectation. It still depends on the actual operation. Let's get started, things will change later. Snow Emperor nodded. Ice Bear King Xiaobai has been summoned by her to protect her, and he can at least resist for a while. Snow Emperor's sky blue eyes turned into ice blue at this moment. Soft icy blue light emanated from her head. Then, an icy blue light group much larger than the Ice Emperor separated from the Snow Emperor. After the Snow Emperor's body lost the origin of the Snow Emperor, his eyes dimmed, then it got into Huo Yuhao's eyebrows and entered the Sea of Spirit. At this moment, the Snow Emperor's terrifying pressure exploded. The sky was dyed with several layers of icy blue luster. Huo Yuhao put his hand on the Snow Emperor's body, instant fusion. The Ice God's divine power is also divine power. The soul bones produced by the Snow Emperor were instantly transformed into external soul bones by him. Emperor's Sword, Emperor's Snow Divine Edge. All the soul power carried by the soul bones entered the snow elixir, just like the soul power stored in the Holy Dragon Soul Core. Huo Yuhao can absorb it at any time if he wants, because of Shuodan. It has been fused by him into the second soul core. 11 years old. Level 40. Dual Soul Core. Huo Yuhao's level is still level 40, but his second martial soul already has 2 soul rings that are over 100,000 years old. First lap. 400,000 years of 4 gold rims. Second lap. 700,000 years of 7 golden rims. That's right. Just like Ice King. Snow Emperor also achieved a breakthrough in the fusion. Although the level has not been improved for the time being, the mental power has been improved. Huo Yuhao's mental power has been improved from 1600 points to 2400 points. The mental power of ordinary soul emperors is not as good as his. However, the limit of the soul ring that the body can carry is still 30,000 years. After all, he has not yet begun to absorb the soul bone and soul power stored in the snow pill. Of course, the Snow Emperor also provided Huo Yuhao with 4 soul skills. 2 soul ring skills. 2 soul bone skills. The first of the 700,000-year soul ring skills. The Great Snow Palm. The second one. Snow Dance Shining in the Sun. Domain type soul skills. One is offensive, and the other is domain. The first of the 700,000-year soul bone skills. Breaking the Sky Ice Slash. Slash out an extremely powerful sword energy that breaks through defense. This is the most powerful of the 4 soul skills provided by the Snow Emperor. The second one. Snow Flower Dance. Domain type soul skills. Summon the shadow of the Snow Emperor to dance. During the dance, after causing damage to creatures within the range, the injured part will gradually melt. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing option 3. The reward, Ice and Snow Blessing Domain, has been issued to the host. Huo Yuhao smiled slightly. It's done. It's a great deal. A trip to the far north, 10 more soul skills. 2 more soul bones. Some of them are domain-type soul skills. Among the domains, the Ice and Snow Blessing Domain is the strongest. It's stronger than Frozen Miles, Snow Dance Shining in the Sun, and Snow Full of Sky Flower Dance. There is no other reason, just because this domain is terribly strong. How strong is it? It's ridiculously strong. Directly summon the Ice and Snow Emperors to play for you. During the duration. The Ice and Snow Emperors can use all their original skills. And the consumption is not deducted from Huo Yuhao. It's deducted from the Snow Pill. The soul power contained in the Snow Pill is enough for the 2 Ice and Snow Emperors to burst out and fight at full strength for an hour. And the soul power of the Snow Pill can be restored by itself. All other domains are deducted from Huo Yuhao's own soul power. Whether it is strong or not depends on Huo Yuhao himself. This is why Huo Yuhao thinks that the soul skills in this domain are ridiculously strong. Chapter 28 Copy. Paste. Something strange happened in the far north. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The far north, it's time to get the soul ring I want. Huo Yuhao looked at the soul beast gathering place not far away. He is now level 40, but he only has 2 soul rings. So he has to get soul rings now. Including the soul ring slot, he can get up to 3 soul rings. Of course, there is no rush for the soul rings in the soul ring slot, which can be obtained after Huo Yuhao can withstand the limit of soul rings, so this time he plans to get 2 soul rings. He has already chosen the soul beast, it is nothing else. It is the mirror beast in the far north. The soul skills it explodes are much stronger than the weakness, mental confusion, and mental replication in the group. Although the mental replication is similar to the skills it explodes, there are too many restrictions on the mental replication. You can only copy one. You can only use it a few times a day. It's so weak. Not as good as a mirror beast. With the powerful ice god power, Huo Yuhao quickly killed 2 mirror beasts. Why 2? Because both of his soul skills are intended to be mainly based on copying. After all, Huo Yuhao already has enough skills, why not have 2 soul skills that can copy other people's skills at any time? Huo Yuhao absorbed 1 in each of his left and right hands. Because mirror beasts are too rare, these 2 soul beasts are only 10,000 years old, they have not reached Huo Yuhao's limit of 30,000 years, so absorbing 2 soul rings at the same time is basically no pressure for Huo Yuhao. Breakthrough. Level 41. The improvement brought to Huo Yuhao by 2 circles of 10,000-year soul ring stops at level 41, it still takes 2/3 of soul power to reach level 42, it can only be said that it is better than nothing. Fortunately, the skills are awesome. They are, copy. Paste. Copy, as the name suggests, is to copy the opponent's soul skills. Paste, as the name suggests, is to use the copied soul skills. The restrictions on copying are also much looser, just record with your eyes. Of course, a complete record is required, but once the copy is completed, there is no limit. It is not that you can only use it once after copying it, but it can be used multiple times, as long as Huo Yuhao's mental power can remember it, then in theory, Huo Yuhao can copy countless skills. Pasting is simpler, but the soul power consumption will be a little higher, but there is a good point, that is, the power is determined by how much soul power he uses. There is no limit, the more soul power consumed, the greater the power. It is simply a magical skill. Just when Huo Yuhao wanted to test it, the divine blessing effect expired. Huo Yuhao was stunned for a moment. Forget it, I can only find a safe place to test it. You know, he is still in the core area of the far north at this time. There are 100,000-year soul beasts here. In case you don't recognize the Ice Emperor and the Snow Emperor, you can only use the Ice and Snow Blessing Field, and the spoils of the 100,000-year soul beast are just a 100,000-year soul ring and a 100,000-year soul bone. If you really use it, wouldn't it be a loss? This is the Snow Pill. Huo Yuhao's second soul core. Although it can be restored, it will consume the soul power that Huo Yuhao can absorb. Those cannot be restored. It is equivalent to exchanging 100 gold soul coins for 20 gold soul coins. What a loss. And the war will inevitably attract other soul beasts. Although the soul beasts in the far north are united, now the Snow Emperor has lost his body, and the Ice Emperor has also lost his body. It is inevitable that there will be soul beasts with other thoughts. It will be dangerous by then. After all, as long as Huo Yuhao is killed, 2 soul bones can be exploded. 400,000-year soul bones. 700,000-year soul bones. Soul beasts cannot absorb soul bones, but the soul power in the soul bones can be absorbed. Even if the soul power in the 2 soul bones has been transferred to the Holy Dragon's soul ring and Snow Pill by Huo Yuhao, but the soul bones themselves can still be swallowed by soul beasts. It can also get a considerable improvement. It seems that your ice god power can't be used for the time being. A girl who is shorter than Huo Yuhao appeared beside Huo Yuhao. The girl's eyes were bright yellow, and she had long emerald green hair. Her long hair was combed into 2 ponytails, which were held by a huge crab claw hairpin. She wore a pure gold crown on her head, which was shining. The sleeveless dress she was wearing was mainly white, with emerald green as a secondary color. The dress was pure white, and the laces were emerald green. There was an emerald green cape with white stripes on each side of the dress. She wore a white sleeve on her left arm, and a white flower knot was tied at the elbow. There was a silver wrist guard on her left wrist. The right arm was also a white sleeve like the left arm, but unlike the left arm, there was an emerald green lace at the end of the right arm. Below was a three-section skirt that covered her knees. Like the dress, it was mainly white, with emerald green as a secondary color. The innermost petticoat of her three-section skirt was emerald green. The outermost layer was pure white, and the outermost layer was a more colorful and more gorgeous decorative layer. She was wearing a pair of pure white knee-high socks on her legs. She was wearing a pair of low-heeled short boots, also in white and emerald green. There was also an emerald green gem as decoration on the edge of the short boots. Then came a girl of 18 or 19 years old. She was about the same height as Huo Yuhao. Her eyes were sky blue and she had long white hair. Unlike the girl just now, she had no ornaments on her head. She had a pair of ice blue earrings on her ears. She was wearing a blue and white dress. Compared with the girl just now, she looked much simpler. Even so, she was not inferior to the girl just now. That's right, they were the Ice Emperor and Snow Emperor in Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea. The reason why they appeared was also very simple. Huo Yuhao's ice and snow blessing field was not only for him to use. The Ice Emperor and Snow Emperor could also use it. It's just that without Huo Yuhao's permission, they couldn't use more power. After a brief surprise, Huo Yuhao nodded. Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have thought of leaving the far north. But it's not a big problem. Even without the power of the ice god, I'm safe in the far north. Hearing Huo Yuhao's words, the Ice Emperor said, I've wanted to ask for a long time. Where did you get this domain skill? And how did the 4 soul skills I provided change? I remember very clearly that the 4 soul skills I provided were Ice Emperor's Claws, Ice Emperor's Bodyguard, Ever-Freeze Domain, and Ice Emperor's Wrath. So the Frozen Miles and the Ice Emperor's Advent are where did it come from? I don't know how to use Ice Blast, but you can use it after using Ice Emperor's Advent. Isn't that too fake? I am the Ice Emperor himself. Hearing what Ice Emperor said, Snow Emperor also said, the soul skills I provided have also changed. 2 of Snow Emperor's 3 unique skills are gone. Emperor Palm Great Cold Snowless Palm has become Great Snow Coldless Palm, and Emperor Sword Ice Extreme Unparalleled has become Breaking Air Ice Slash. Even the joint skills of Binger and I have become my personal Snow Sky Flower Dance. Huo Yuhao raised his head in an unfathomable manner and was about to say something. At this moment, countless snowflakes and hail came from all directions. The far north recognized the master. Chapter 29 Punch Moon and Kick Long Xiaoyao. You are listening at novelfull.audio. How is this possible? Snow Queen said in astonishment. How could the far north recognize its master? Ice Queen muttered. Are you really the reincarnation of the ice god? Tianmeng Ice Silkworm was also shocked. Huo Yuhao smiled and did not explain. Since the far north has recognized its master, I can walk sideways here. He felt the power. Although this power was not as strong as the ice gods, it was no problem to defeat the beasts in the far north. He could even crush them. Because Huo Yuhao could cancel the environmental enhancement of the far north. And Huo Yuhao, who was blessed by the power of the entire far north, was no weaker than a level 95 Super Douluo. Of course, it was mainly because Huo Yuhao's own level was too low. He could not fully exert the power of the far north. However, Huo Yuhao did not stay for too long. After a simple test of his soul skills, he was ready to leave the far north, ending the journey to the far north. Of course, before that, he opened the panel. He gained so much this time that he could not remember it himself. Name, Huo Yuhao. Age, 11 years old. Soul power level, level 41. Innate soul power level 10. Body, normal x 2.5. Faster absorption of soul rings. Faster digestion of soul ring soul power. Soul art blessing, true Xiantian Gong blessing. Soul core. Holy dragon soul. Core, stores Ice Emperor soul power, absolutely suppresses dragon attributes. Snow Pill, stores Snow Emperor Soul Power, Spiritual Power, 2400 points, Divine Power, 0 out of 100, Special, the Master of the Far North, in the Far North, Blessing, Martial Soul, Spirit Eyes, Mutated, Original Martial Soul, Soul Ring, Soul Skill, First Soul Ring, Million Years, Tianmeng Ice Silkworm, Power 30,000 Years, 4 Soul Skills, 1 Soul Shock, 2 Mental Interference, 3 Mental Detection, 4 Mental Sharing. Second Soul Ring, 10,000 Years Ice Silkworm, Power 10,000 Years, 1 Soul Skill, Simulate. Third Soul Ring, 10,000 Years Mirror Beast, Power 10,000 Years, 1 Soul Skill, Copy. Fourth Soul Ring, 10,000 Years Mirror Beast, Power 10,000 Years, 1 Soul Skill, Paste. Soul Ring Slot, None, Ice Jade Emperor Scorpion, Extreme Ice, Soul Ring, Soul Skill, First Soul Ring, 400,000 Years, Ice Emperor, Power 30,000 Years, 2, Ice Emperor Pincers, Ice Emperor Body Protection, Second Soul Ring, 700,000 Years, Snow Emperor, Power 30,000 Years, 2, Snow Without Cold Palm, Snow Dance Shining in the Sun, Soul Bone, Soul Bone, Soul Bone Skill, External Soul Bone, Extreme Ice Sacred Armor, Ice Emperor, Ice Sealed Thousands of Miles, Ice Emperor Descends, External Soul Bone, Emperor Sword, Emperor Snow Divine Edge, Snow Emperor, Breaking Ice Slash, Snowy Sky Dance, Field, Murder Field, Ice and Snow Blessing Field, consumes Snow Pill Soul Power to summon Ice Emperor and Snow Emperor to fight. Ice Emperor and Snow Emperor can use this to show up, Skills, Spirit Eyes Illusion, Soul Secret, True Xiantian Treasure Record, Exploding Ring. Storage Space, Xiantian Treasure Record True, Soul Skill Secret Combination Skill, Blue Hair X1, Persuade People with Reason X1, Sea of Spirit, Elux, Recovery Progress 5%, Tianmeng Ice Silkworm, 10 Groups of Origin, the first group has absorbed 8%, there are indeed too many to remember, fortunately, there is a panel. This trip to the far north is worth it. How long have we been out? Huo Yuhao asked. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm replied, excluding the 5 days of traveling, we have been here for exactly 1 day. Ah. Only 1 day. Huo Yuhao was stunned, he felt that several months had passed. Then why don't we go shopping again? Tianmeng Ice Silkworm suggested. Forget it, it's time to go back. Shrek Academy has not yet developed into Huo Yuhao Academy, so we must work hard. While saying this, Huo Yuhao hurried on his way, with the blessing of the Ice and Snow Blessing Field, Huo Yuhao's speed of travel can be said to be extremely fast. It only took 1 day for Huo Yuhao to reach Shrek City, the East Gate, which is the exclusive gate of Shrek Academy. He asked about the time and found that it was exactly the same as what Tianmeng Bingken said, including the day he was on the road. Exactly 1 week had passed, no more, no less. Huo Yuhao took out the Shrek Academy uniform from the Storage Soul Guide and put it on. This Storage Soul Guide was exploded from Su Sancher, the space is large enough, and he put the Conferred God platform and the Golden Soul coins in it. As for the Soul Guide knowledge read from the Tang Chi, he remembered it in his mind, smoothly passed the inspection without any obstruction or inspection, and this is just because Huo Yuhao changed into the uniform of Shrek Academy. It is enough to show that Shrek Academy does not pay attention to this aspect. If someone with malicious intent sneaks in, something will definitely happen. Of course, ordinary people will not do this. After all, there are too many high-end forces in Shrek Academy. I'm back. Huo Yuhao looked at the freshman dormitory building and laughed. Back. A voice sounded behind Huo Yuhao. Huo Yuhao looked back but found no one. He immediately became alert. Here. The dormitory manager appeared downstairs of the freshman dormitory building without knowing when. Old Deng, don't scare me. I thought I saw a ghost. Seeing Moon N, Huo Yuhao breathed a sigh of relief. He thought there would be a big battle as soon as he arrived at the school. It's really okay, old Deng, is there something wrong with the teacher? Moonen's face suddenly darkened. No, you must have just heard it. Didn't I call the teacher? Huo Yuhao laughed. Come on, I won't talk to you about this. You went out for a while, should you go to get the spirit ring? As your teacher, I think it is necessary to guide you. Moonen said slowly. No, old Deng, you are so old, why don't you do it? If I fail, I will kill my master. Huo Yuhao could see that Moon wanted to find an excuse to beat him up. How could it be? With your strength, can you kill me? Moon laughed. Don't underestimate the dormitory manager of Shrek Academy. Huo Yuhao smiled. Okay, then come on, but you have to suppress your level, otherwise I will just be beaten. Okay. Moon nodded, I'll give you 3 moves, go ahead. After saying that, Moon still lay on the recliner, there was no intention to get up. Ding. Triggered, choose to re-trigger. The dormitory manager Moon watched your battle and learned about your martial spirit. He thought you were a very good seedling and wanted to train you to be the next leader of the sea god. How will you make a choice? Option 1, none. Completed. Option 2, none. Completed. Option 3, none. Completed. Option 4, Lao Deng, are you worthy? A mere dormitory manager is worthy of training me. He actually dared to have such an outrageous idea, he must be punished. As the dormitory manager of Shrek Academy, he should be very rich. Defeat him and get gold soul coins from him. Completion reward, gold soul coins x 1000. Huo Yuhao, I am no longer the same person as before. Punch Moon and kick Long Xiaoyao.